God damn it.
We are way off, yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, we are. Yep. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Escape Reality Star Wars Talk. I'm your host, Caleb.
Hi, I'm Seth. I talk Star Wars with this... Fuck. Hi, I'm Seth. I talk Star Wars with this man now that I've...
Yeah, let me give you some room here.
Sorry.
That way you can... Oh, you're doing the thing.
I'm doing the thing. So because I have these stupid big legs for no reason...
Scoot in, buddy.
That and an avoidance for cameras that never really got bred out, for lack of a...
So that makes it sound like it's a whole family thing, and you
No,
just down the line, nobody's like,
sorry. That was
nobody's been taught that cameras are okay in your family.
Mom, Seth, the camera's not gonna like yank your soul at me. I'm like, it will.
Hi, yeah, we're having technical difficulties because with the new. We'll get into it when we talk about what we've been up to these past couple weeks. But yeah, we're late. We're 28 seconds late. Jeff is keeping track.
Ah, damn.
Let me see if I can find a way to keep an eye on YouTube chat, by the way, because right now we have no idea what YouTube chat's saying. As part of these technical difficulties that we're having.
Do.
So I guess we like to normally talk about what we've been up to besides Star Wars stuff throughout the week. So I guess we'll just talk about the big things that have been going on around the channel because we took a couple weeks off. The last one was not planned.
Yeah.
The first one was, and then the second one was not. The reason we took a couple weeks off was because, well, Friday I went to a local convention that was planned. I managed to sell five copies of my books.
Heck yeah.
And we did get some new subscribers to the channel, to the YouTube channel that way. So we got new people that are fans. Hooray.
Yay.
Hi to all the new fans out there if y'all are checking us out today. Sorry that I can't see what you're saying yet. I'm working on that.
Do.
Because the reason I'm working on that is Friday, my laptop decided, hey, we're not going to work anymore. I can't do this. I'm quitting. It didn't even give me 2 weeks notice.
I'm out. We're done.
So what happened is I thought it was the battery. We switched things out to see if maybe the battery. I even switched batteries. Not the battery. I've worked it to death, yeah. I mean, I've had that thing for at least 4 years. So, yeah. So, we ended up finally getting... So, Wednesday, we got a new laptop. Hooray. But I haven't installed... I've reinstalled almost all the programs that I need. I didn't really lose any, anything important. Just...
We're not
just software.
We're not dealing with the great hard drive fall.
Yeah, we're not dealing with the great hard drive fall. We're dealing with I just lost software program. I lost
an event of the channel.
I just lost programs, right? So I had to reinstall Meld. I had to reinstall DaVinci Resolve so I can edit. I had to that's really it. Was just the reinstalling of things. I do have to replay Beyond Divinity from the beginning off air because how I was playing Beyond Divinity does not count towards GOG's cloud saves. So no cloud saves for GOG on that one. So I have to restart that game. That's okay though. Yeah, you remember the fall of the hard drives, yep. It was just one hard drive.
Where were you during the fall of the hard drive?
Where were you? Where were you when the hard drive hit the ground?
Oh, man.
Yeah, so with that, so I forgot to reinstall Social Stream, which is how I have chat normally up over here on the side. So y'all don't get to see chat today, and I finally managed to get YouTube chat on my phone so I can watch YouTube chat that way. But Twitch chat I managed to get onto Social Stream fine, but I can't still show it here yet. I have to fuck around with it because they updated Social Stream, so now it looks different. So I have to fuck around with some settings. What else has been going on? Comic is halfway done for first issue, for issue number 1, which means all of the first short story has been adapted, so you can read that. First page of the second half is done. I got that last night or this morning. Excite. We get to see what your favorite planet looks like now.
My favorite planet where...
Your favorite planet, I should specify, your favorite planet in my setting, my original in the Super Worlds universe, Super Universe.
I made some poor decisions. Well, good, but poor.
Yeah.
Good that they happened. Poor in how I went about it.
Here's what.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Yeah. So that's Harn. Y'all have to. He's part of the company, so he gets to see it. Y'all have to pay. Yeah, he's playing. Yeah. Yeah, my comic. Yeah, because we've been doing the Super Worlds comic. And so, we also now have a hardcover version of Time Ninja. I released that yesterday because since we did decently well at the convention, I was like, now I got the bug again to write, and I'm like, oh, people are buying the books. I should probably write more books. I should probably write that sequel that I've talked about for over almost a decade now. Reminder, Super Worlds 1 came out in 2017.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should really get to work finishing up those short stories, huh?
You're not in as much of a rush. I am, though. I actually came up with...
I promised you 7. We're on 5.
And that's okay. Because I actually have a whole schedule now for, next year and a goal of, everything I want to get done on the publishing side of our company. So... Issue 1 of Super Worlds will be fully done by January. I need to figure out somebody to do the cover art, but I'll figure out something before then. I want the core rulebook for the RPG that we've talked about for also just about a decade. That needs to be done in February.
I still have the playtest stuff in my 2016 Chrome.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wanted to try running the boys through that module, see how well that goes.
If you have a copy of... No, because you wouldn't have a copy of the actual adventure from the core rulebook.
No, I wouldn't actually.
But you got the remnants on Vincem and remnants on Amphibu, probably.
I think it's just
Vincem, or Amphibu rather.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well then you probably would have to just create your own.
Yeah,
you get to create. You get to create your own story, which is kind of that's ultimately the point of most RPGs.
I'm over here explaining what a Nymerian is to the rest of the group.
They're almost a. They almost feel like a gassy creature, in terms of they're still flesh, but the way they're it'll move almost because it's got the weird neon colors. It's got the purple and blue usually, but it can also be other neon colors. Seth, make sure you draw a B9 tattoo on a character. Okay, yeah. Jeff also wants a hardback copy signed. Make sure you buy it then, and I'll sign it. Get a copy. It's on Amazon. It's on the Fourth Wall shop as well. So there's 2 ways you can buy our books. Actually, the hard copies of Time Ninja are not on the Fourth Wall shop yet. They will be soon. I'll update Fourth Wall shop today, or tomorrow, or sometime this week. But yeah, I want to get Remnants on, and of course, when the core rulebook comes out, Remnants on Vincem, Remnants on Amphibu will come out the same time. So all of those will be in February because I want all 3 of those to drop at the same time. Because basically, I'm treating it like one of my favorite ways of how a RPG was dropped was the Fantasy Flight Edge of the Empire system,
Mm-hmm.
because they gave you the core rulebook, they gave you the beginner box adventure, which is what Remnants on Vincem is basically. It's your beginner box adventure. And then they gave you a free expansion to the beginner box adventure that you could just download as a PDF. And so Remnants on Amphibu is your extra free adventure that you like, the continuation of Vincem.
I gotta wait till March.
For your specific up expansions that are good for your type of characters. Actually, I'm gonna have you help me come up with what I should do for that, because so you and I might playtest the core rulebook games again, like mechanics, just so we can be like, okay, what do we need to add? What needs to be added in an expansion?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Like, I know I want to expand on every class. Because basically, after the core rulebook, each book after that will be a expansion on one of the races, one of the classes, and then we'll include a module. And that way, you're getting your money's worth for each expansion. Which is better than, I think, most tabletop expansions do. Most tabletop expansions will go, here's a race and class expansion. Now give us $30. And that's like D&D prices almost. Actually, that's indie prices. $40 if you're D&D. And so I did try to set the classes and races and where the module takes place. I tried to make them match a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, there's a Scamino adventure module, and the expansion is the scientist class, and then the race is not as important, but like there isn't any race that would be specifically scientist, like, but like, and then like there's a Harn set one, and the race expansion is the Nymerians, of course, and so and then the class doesn't matter as much, but it can still fit the vibe, like and the way I'm gonna write the module is, and the way I'm thinking I write the modules is around the class and race expansion part. So like whatever species is being expanded and whatever class is being expanded, that's the core.
I like the one for human and politician and what you've called it.
Well, it's because it's where it's set.
Yeah,
and it's because it's where it's set. We will announce titles and more specifics as we get closer to that, like where once I actually start writing. And also, this is more of a goal and not a hard hard schedule. This isn't we're going to I'll definitely need playtest to help Jeff. So yeah, if I want more players, we will definitely call you in. We probably won't record this one because it would just be us probably rerunning some of the adventures just to make sure that everything is compatico.
Me with my love of punching robots.
And and then like basically this is not a 1-for-1 plan. In fact, originally I was gonna wait for February to be when the Time Ninja hardcover was done, but I was like, I could just do that now. And so and I can, and like I could do this now as well, but I'm gonna wait because I want to get these done first. And the only reason the core rulebook isn't out is because I need art, and I kind of need to rewrite the adventure that was with that one, which was Rebuilding a Galaxy. The Rebuilding a Galaxy adventure module. So that one needs to be rewritten because I've lost the original script for that. So I'm using the video actually to kind of
oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
This will be for sale when it's done. That is the goal, is to sell this as an actual book, and kind of have actual like be able to actually have this as an RPG other people can play. And that's kind of been the goal for a long time. It's just been a case of like you can download the free version of the rules right now. You don't get any copywritten like planets or species or anything like that. But you can play with the classes. You can play with the human, because that's a generic species. But you can't play with like the amphibians or arachnosians. But you can play as humans, robots, and I think that's it really in the free version. Is the humans and robots.
I think that...
In the like,
I didn't bring my Chromebook with me.
yeah, and that's like the free, like that's the version that's publicly available for everybody. It's my version of the SR. It's the SRD version. It's the system reference document version. So you don't, and you can make your own, similar to D&D 5e. You can make your own systems off of that, and I don't care. I'm not charging anybody who uses that as their base for a game. Yeah, you just can't use like my copywritten like stuff. So like anything that's Super World specific, and so that's I'm gonna be a robot just for Seth. Oh man!
Just it's on site immediately.
Let me see if I can find the SRD. I'm pretty sure I could. Actually, it might be. But that's basically what I've been up to, is I've been coming up with the big plans for everything now, and because things are actually kind of coming together, and I'm like, oh, people are buying the books, people are, checking that out. I should do something about that. Yeah, I do have the system reference document. Hello. And yeah, I have your character sheet, because yours is going to be one of the free characters people can play as, like, in... So yeah, it comes with that, and of course it comes with the legal information, just being like, hey...
Heads up.
And then of course if you... Similar to, like, if you do a 5e, like with 5e, if you create your own book using 5e's rules, you just got to put the little... disclaimer at the front in the copyright stuff where you're like, hey, I took it from this and you just got to put that stuff at the front, because I really want to make it to where my stuff is very... Oh no, you can play as pretty much any race. I just don't call them the lead. Like, I think Ashwinians are actually the only ones that you can just, and Nymerians are actually the only ones that are like, there you go, you just straight up can play those. But the rest are like copyright-free, nondescript versions of them. You don't have arachnosians, you have arachnid-like aliens. You don't have amphibians, you have amphibian-like aliens. So, and then everything else should be the same, and then I think you don't get like galaxy information, I think, because I don't think you get anything that's like setting specific. Yeah, you don't get setting.
Apart from space travel, I think.
Yeah.
And like what the fare and stuff is.
Yeah, but you don't get to use the super galaxy map in the space travel. It's just like, here's how space travel works in the system, I think. I can double check myself though, because it seems I've already been wrong once. Yeah, here's how much it costs, and here's how far you go. Okay, yeah, so you don't get the galaxy map like you do in the final product. You don't get, yeah. So, and you don't get, like, the heroes and villains chapter either in this version. So you don't get to have, like, you can't have Dark Knight in your game, or at least you can. You just don't have like the stats for, like, the actual canon stats for him, like you would if you buy the full product when we launch it. So, okay. I know that we already spent 31 minutes. Do we want to kind of just jump into news? I know we got catching up to do, but Seth, blast my circuits out my metal drum. Me and Seth meet in the game, all of a sudden roll for initiative. But yeah.
Don't ever say that to me as a robot. That doesn't sound great.
Yeah. But I even have plans for, like, we know when issue 2 supposedly would drop if we can kind of use the same schedule of how long it's taking to get issue 1 done. I also I think this is one you'll be happy with. For Super Universe as a planned expansion.
Oh boy.
And so, which would confirm some theories about my books and the settings, because there's one that's not confirmed publicly, but I think by doing that in the RPG, you'll confirm it.
Yep.
But yeah. All right. With that, we do have a bit of news, unless you wanted to do a very quick version of your usual, like...
Sure.
I know you usually take 30 minutes as well, but...
So, and this one is more relevant to, like, Discord stuff. How have you been enjoying... So we kind of, like, blasted through the first season of Edge Runners.
Or at least the first half of the first season.
No, we're, like...
Well, there's 3 more episodes,
done.
yeah. 3 more episodes done left.
How are you feeling about it so far?
I like it. The art style isn't as throwing me off as I thought it might from what Britt was talking about. And it seems like she's enjoying it more than she did the first time she tried to watch it, apparently. And maybe that's just because we're having some ha-ha hee-hees as we normally do when we watch things together.
Doing it solo is a rough journey.
Yeah, we're able to ha-ha hee-hee our way through. Most people would not.
Not because it looks bad, just because it's like, hey.
If you don't ha-ha hee-hee, you will be depressed.
Yep.
It is a depressing show.
So you got to be ready for it. And if you ain't ready for it, then you're just gonna have a real rough time.
Yeah.
Me and Britt, there are no living legends in Night City. Don't you understand that?
Yeah.
Other thing is, it's only taken me 3 years, but I finally started a new game plus of Elden Ring.
There it is. Knew it was coming eventually.
Also, I'm thinking if I can, I'm probably gonna get Original Sin 2 if it's on sale.
Yeah, I haven't bought it for for the PlayStation yet, but it's usually because it's still like most of the time full price, and I'm like, it's a good game, but I've already bought this game twice. I have it on the Switch and on PC. Like, and it is a good enough game that I might be willing to dip a third buy.
But have you beaten it yet?
No.
In fact, a long one.
In fact, Jeff and I have tried playing it together before as well. Since Jeff is in the chat, we've tried playing it before as well, since we both have it on Switch. And yeah, or he might not have it on Switch. I think you can cross-play though. I can't remember.
I looked it up. I don't think you can.
Okay, then he might have also had it on Switch.
It would be nice, but you know.
Wouldn't it be nice if games were cross-play?
It really would. I really wish Remnant from the Ashes was crossplay. It's not.
Yeah.
Well, it might be, actually.
It's nice that Grounded is crossplay.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you're not going to get to play Grounded 2 yet, because we need to go on Facebook Marketplace and find you a PS5. Find you a nice, cheap PS5. I think I saw one, because I've looked for you before, and I'm like, oh, that wouldn't be bad if it were, as long as it works. I mean, weirdly enough, your family has really good luck with Facebook Marketplace, though. Because, like, I know that's where Drew gets a lot of stuff for the girls.
Yeah.
When it comes to technology, and I'm like, I would never, because it looks...
Sketch.
Yeah, but, like... Although the one time I bought something off Facebook Marketplace, it was fine, but, like... I also wasn't buying technology off of Facebook Market. That's what's always sketch to me, is when you start looking at technology.
Yep.
Somebody's selling one. I've looked right now, just out of curiosity. Someone's selling one actually in my area. like specifically my part of Mobile. I'm not going to get more specific than that.
Yep.
Y'all already know I'm from Mobile. I'm just not going to get more specific than that. My part of Mobile, somebody's selling it for only $350. It's a disc edition too.
Heck yeah.
Not that that's going to matter next year.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I'm really pissed at Sony about is the stupid, we're going discless.
You bastards.
You cheap bastards. And because it has nothing to do with, oh, that's what customers want. Because, like, that's their excuses. Like, more people buy digital, and it's like, well, actually, you shaved those numbers. We've looked. But also, it's not about that. It's because it's cheaper for you to sell a game that way, and plus then you can keep a game full price on digital. And while, yes, games do go on sale digitally every now and then, it's not a case of, oh, games get cheaper the longer they exist. No. They stay the same price digitally. Like, a game from 5 years ago that was $60 on launch is still $60 on digital. But if you go to find one at like a physical like game shop, maybe it's $30.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even 20 if you're really lucky.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's really what it's about, if we're being honest. And unfortunately, while I'm still going to be playing it, Grand Theft Auto 6 is the reason that kind of started. Because Rockstar was the first to, like, kind of be like, hey, we're just not going to have a disc.
Why?
Because money.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Capitalism.
I forgot, yeah.
You forgot capitalism exists.
Mm-hmm. It's not like it causes so many problems in my life.
But yeah, $350. That's not bad.
I guess speaking... Oh, finished up Atomic Heart. Whole series. Done.
What's our 10-minute or less recap?
10 minutes or less. All right, I hope you got a fucking timer then.
I do, actually. We can run the clock here on this one. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Okay, last we left off, underground water base with dolphins and puzzles. That was cool. I didn't realize how close to the end of that DLC I actually was. I was like, man, this boss is really hard. I hope the final boss of this expansion isn't this tough. And then the game was like, actually,
this is the final
boss of this expansion. I was like, fuck, dude, I can't. All my shit's upgraded, but I can't seem to do it. So I was like, I guess I'll go and look online for help. And they're like, so what you need to do is undo the upgrades for your shotgun, because up until now you've needed to use it this kind of way, which has been really good for the rest of the game.
Before the boss, it's inefficient.
But for the boss, it's not that great. So what you need to do is change it from the like really good single shot kind of thing that it defaults to, to like the wider spread for that, where it's like it does less damage, but it hits more targets overall this way.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, cool. And eventually I just was able to do that. And so doing that made it easier. Meanwhile, your wife, who you've been like reestablishing do you remember how I was like, yeah, your boss put your wife into the 2 robots that work as like his bodyguard? So we're going over and covering through that. And she's like, yeah, I don't know what happened to the other one of my robot bodies, but I'm in the glove, and I'm telling you this. At a certain point, midway through the end of the like final boss fight for DLC number 3, she leaves the glove, I think, to go get her robot body back. I'm like, all right, cool. So she's like, yeah, just figure it. She's like, all right, cool. You're going to be on your own for a little while. I'm like, and the game gives the objective, oh, like, wait until she gets back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me, being a naive idiot,
Did you wait till she got back and something bad happened?
I tried to wait until she got back, and the game was like,
You're stupid.
"You're stupid. This is a boss fight. The health bar isn't gone. Get fighting, idiot."
All I hear is Dennis Reynolds' voice. Idiot.
And eventually it's like, all right, cool. Done. And she's like, this becomes a point of contention. Not a serious one, but a very funny one. Also, our protagonist, Major P3 Nechayev, who I'll just refer to as P3 for simplicity's sake. I know there's a joke there. We're gonna be adults.
Yep.
Actually, I'll just call him Nechayev.
There you go. That's better.
So Nechayev is like Nechayev and Ekaterina are like, she's like, yeah, that was my kill. And Nechayev is like, no, it wasn't. He's like, you stole that from me. Also, the previous resident of our glove, because by the end of the game, 4 people have been in that glove.
Oh.
Is it 4? Charles / Cheriton, he's in the glove. Then your wife gets in the glove. Then Nora gets in the glove. It's 3.
Okay.
But the new big problem is we have to go stop Charles because he's gone and decided, unlike your boss who was like, I'll connect everyone to the collective consciousness device called Collective 2.0. Collective 1.0 was basically the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Collective 2.0 is like, and now we can just mentally command the robots. There will be no problems with hooking everyone up to this.
Has he decided Charles in charge?
No. Charles was never supposed to be in charge.
I know, but that's the joke. You know.
Charles, if you go down the I'm gonna fight my boss to have him explain why my memories are bad and my wife is now 2 robots, is like, now that you've killed your boss, Mr. Nechayev, I'm gonna take over the collective thing.
Oh.
And he's like, instead of everyone joining the mass consciousness to help control the robots easier, I've decided that humanity doesn't need to exist anymore. And it's like, okay, how did you make this worse? He's like, I've decided to commit extinction for everyone. And everyone is collectively like, and by everyone, I mean Hunter, this scientist guy that got sent from Moscow to this to like help, and a dolphin scientist alongside your mother-in-law. And your robot wife and your boss are all collectively like, how about we didn't do that?
What if we didn't?
Yep. So the game is like, the final DLC is like, now we keep Charles from doing that, and then we fix everything else. Because everything is fucked if he gets the hands on it. And he's like, all right, cool. He even is like, you couldn't stop me, really. But out of respect, I'll let you have a boss fight. By the way, Nora, during the course of these, spoilers for the Blood on Crystal DLC for Atomic Hearts that came out pretty recently, so spoiler alert for that one.
You want me to?
Yes, actually.
Oh, I don't know if I'd have it. Hold on. I have to find it. I didn't relink it. I do have it. I just have to relink it. That's all. All right.
All right. So Nora, the psychotic repair vendor who has like severe yandere tendencies for our protagonist, Mr. Nechayev. Don't ask. It's covered in the base game why she's like that, and then further explained in Annihilation Instinct, the first DLC. But she's like, and now I'm gonna join up with Charles because I can get everything I want if I do that. I can get a body because Nora's very insistent. She's like, well, your wife doesn't need two bodies. And so they're like, and Charles is like, yes, I'm finally gonna become everything, right? Nora's like, hey, so you remember how I said I was like joining up with you to like get a body? I lied. This is a trick. We're gonna put you in the forever prison. Where you're basically going to be doing math problems for all eternity.
Oh.
And then they put him in a box with like the rings.
You have a minute, by the way.
See previous information. The ending cutscene for this DLC, where everyone's like, we did it. We've solved all of the problems that were caused by the DLCs and everything else, is them trying not to drop the box of rings. Which they don't, fortunately. But they're also... That's it. It ends on a good note after putting me through several boss fights from hell.
Hey, you did it, though.
And I actually really enjoyed it.
Good. That's usually...
Except for the second DLC.
I was going to say...
Fuck that one.
Usually that's the outcome for a game. You want to have enjoyed it.
Yep. It was worth the, like, $30-ish I spent on the base game and all the DLCs.
Yeah. With that, news time?
Yeah.
Also, I guess no guesses yet. Once we get people actually wanting to guess, I'll make sure they know that there are no repeating letters. That is the hint.
It was supposed to be small to not help them.
Oh, my bad.
It's alright. We only got one of them here.
Well, and also I think one on the YouTube side as well. I think Katie's on the YouTube side right now.
They're supposed to zoom in on the screen to try and read it.
That's harder to do, though, depending on where you're watching. On Twitch, I don't think you can at all.
Well, hello, Pixie.
Hi, Pixie. She might not have heard us. So, A is for... Alright. There's an A. Alright. News. This week in news. Which technically is covering like 2 weeks of news. We're finally getting the obvious crossover that everyone predicted ever since Disney bought Star Wars. Marvel and Star Wars are meeting in a comic miniseries written by Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
So not a movie or a show, but a comic, which is good enough for me. I mean, the joke has been made ever since like the Parks and Rec sketch with Patton Oswalt, where he's doing the filibuster and he's describing Star Wars and Marvel crossing over. So it's a mini series coming from here's the quote coming from Lucasfilm Publishing. With Hope Assembles, Kevin Smith has written a true love letter to Star Wars, to Marvel, and to comics in general, and combined with David Marquez's incredible art, we'll see the heroes and villains of Star Wars team up and battle with the heroes and villains of Earth 616. So the main actual Marvel continuity. So, which is interesting because you never know on those. Could have been a alternate timeline. Hope Assembles is exciting, unpredictable, and heartfelt. In short, it's comics at its best, and we can't wait for readers to experience both franchises as never before. So that's the official statement. Hope Assembles will be starting in January next year and concluding in May. I think, yeah, this is the obvious crossover. I think everybody's kind of like, once Disney had both Marvel and Star Wars, everybody kind of predicted would happen. Surprised it took as long as it did, but here we are. So I'm not disappointed. Like, it depends how the comic turns out, right? We will of course read it on the show.
Okay, I was immediately thinking, I'm like, we are a Star Wars podcast, but we're not a Marvel podcast. Though we do talk about it a lot.
Yeah. Was there an L?
Yes, there's an L.
But since since it has the Star Wars, we read the Star Wars.
That's not a very good L on my part, but I had to extend my arm.
B.
Like, in a weird way to write it.
We got the B.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep, I know what it is.
I always pick something relevant to the plot.
Yep.
Or the genre.
We're not playing Wheel of Fortune, so I'm not going to try to solve, but I will let them. I think that's an I.
Yeah.
I assume you're about where I'm at though with when it comes to that being announced. Like, oh, okay. Like, I'll read it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a good writer. It's Kevin Smith. He's a good director, writer. I tried to jog your memory on some of his work, and you're like, oh, Dogma's the one thing you know from him.
Yeah, a movie that I stopped watching about 20 minutes in.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good movie. But I can see where maybe the humor wasn't working for you. We gotta watch some Kevin Smith films then. That might be something I'll sprinkle in on my days, since we're almost done with Highlander on my days. I mean, you got Clerks, you got Jay and Silent Bob, you got Chasing Amy, you got Mallrats. He also did the Netflix Masters of the Universe, which a lot of people liked. Tusk.
The Walrus one?
Yep.
It's so stupid what I do and don't know sometimes.
Not Pixie laughing at them. And then we got Yoga Housers as well. Jersey Girl. Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Cop Out. Red State. That's basically his filmography. He really loves comic books though, so like, he's worked on them before, so I'm not surprised. We got a couple other things from D23 though. D23 gave us some big things for all the Disney properties, and for us Star Wars fans, we finally got our first trailer for Ahsoka Season 2.
Yes.
Which we will watch together here. Let me pull that up. Yeah, I wonder what it is, huh, Pixie? Yeah. I solved it a while ago. Are you just trying to... Yeah, she's just goofing around. Let me make sure y'all can see what we're watching. It's gonna be tiny up there. Yeah.
Tell me, Ahsoka. What troubles you? I'm always walking by your side.
We're getting more Anakin. More Ghost Anakin.
Of the glorious empire, I have returned.
He's back.
I took an oath to protect the
bastard.
empire. I therefore declare war on the Rebel Alliance.
We will talk about something there. Yep. She got it.
What did you see? Or
You ain't need a vision for that shit.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Trained with knowledge of a power
Hey, Balin. New Balin actor.
Sorry, I've been stuck dealing with
Long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
this.
I
Is a
was
joke.
I was dealing with my zombie brother.
Yeah.
Maybe time to decide.
Hu Yang with lightsabers.
I've been making them for 4,000 years.
Not.
You would think I'd know how to use them. I also realized that they did not have sound for that, but that's okay. That just means we avoided copyright issues.
Safe.
They probably could hear it through our mics, but they were not getting it proper. So thoughts? Excite?
Yeah.
Excite.
What did you want to talk about this?
Oh, he doesn't call them the New Republic.
Why would he?
Because they're the New Republic now. They're
He
not
hasn't been in the game.
But he knows that they're not the Rebel Alliance anymore.
Not
Yeah,
really.
he does. So a lot of the speculation of why he's wording it that way is less because of knowledge on his part of what they are, but more to not legitimize the New Republic as a official form of government. And the reason that people are talking about it being that way is because in the original Thrawn trilogy, you know, the non-canon ones, he does the same thing. He doesn't ever call them the New Republic, and he calls them the Rebel Alliance consistently. And it's a way of making it illegitimate. It's an illegitimate form of government to him. And I kind of like that characteristic of Thrawn, where he's like, no. You don't get to be called the New Republic or whatever you want to call yourselves. You're still the Rebel Alliance, as far as I'm concerned. There's still a bunch of farmers and backwards people trying to take down the Empire. Which, honestly, it's not even because, you know, we've talked about his reasons for helping the Empire, and it comes down to, we've seen the threat he's dealing with for the Thrawn, for the Chiss Ascendancy. He needs an army to back up the Chiss Ascendancy, and he in the book that we have read, the two books or the book, the two book
The
book and a half that we've read, right? He saw what the Republic was, and it's not a strong form of government, at least not when he shows up, right? Because he sees it and he's like, yeah, this kind of sucks, and I see how much of a mess the Clone Wars is. Yeah, I don't want them as allies with the Chiss Ascendancy, right? By the time of the Empire, he sees that they're different and goes, oh, this actually has potential now. Because this is a stronger form of government. Oh, so you are unplugged just a smidge.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Just a smidge. There you go.
There we go.
You weren't disconnected on that end, but I could see it starting to come loose. But like, oh, it's a stronger government because it's a fascist government. It's more militarized, and that kind of works for what the Chiss Ascendancy needs, right? Because they got to deal with the Grisk somehow, right? As well as other things that are out there in the unknown regions, because the unknown regions be scary.
Yep.
And so the New Republic he would probably view, because his goal at the end of the day is not helping the Empire, it's helping the Chiss Ascendancy. That's his ultimate goal. But I excite more Anakin Force Ghost around training Ahsoka. Balin definitely fucking around with the Mortis shit from Clone Wars. Because that's very much the path we're going, I think, at this point, is Balin is doing something involving the Mortis, air quote, gods. You know, the Force user, whatever, the Force wielders. That's what they were called. Yeah. They're not really gods. They're just slightly more powerful Force users. But yeah, the Force wielders. So I think something involving that.
Question.
Poor Ezra. Poor Ezra. He's like, I just got back and Thrawn is here.
Yeah.
Question.
Nah, this is
Oh, the stream ended? Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I see that now. Oh, we are back.
Uh,
It's okay. We're back. I didn't see it on the YouTube end, but also on the YouTube end, it went down too.
So, do you think Mortis helped or hurt in the long run?
I think whatever they find with the Mortis stuff might help get them off, like get them back to the main galaxy, if that's what you mean.
No, I meant like Star Wars overall.
Oh, like in terms of storytelling?
Yeah.
I think in terms of storytelling helped. In terms of revealing how, like when it comes to literacy rates, I think it showed how much of a decline there is. Because I think people miss the point of it. And even I used to not understand it, but I've come, like, now that I've had a chance to look back on it more, I see, like, they're not, like, people misunderstand that they're supposed to be gods. No, they're not gods. They're just wielders, right? Oh, I think I know what happened. Maybe. Anyways, well, and then also people view it as, it also ruined the idea of the balance, I think, for a lot of people. Because people think, oh, the father is right and trying to balance the light and dark. No, the point of those 3 episodes is that he's wrong at the end of it. Like, it's not meant to be a perfect balance like he thinks. That's not how the Force works. Because he tried to do the perfect balance, and you know what happened? It shows us what happens in that. The son is winning. Yeah, he takes advantage of that.
You can't enforce perfection. It doesn't work.
Well, I think, but also, like, trying to enforce, like, balance leaves room for the dark side to take advantage, is what the point is, right? Because you've invited the dark side in. You can't uninvite it. It's kind of like a vampire in that regard. You let it in, and then it just stays.
It's in there now.
Yeah, you've got a vampire.
Yep.
So that's what happens, right? Because the son kind of takes advantage of father's willingness to kind of try to balance out son and daughter. And then what is ultimately the way to win? They kill son. But also, people misunderstood that as son being the literal dark side incarnate. And it's like, no. He didn't kill the dark side incarnate. He just killed somebody who represents the dark side, but not, isn't the dark side itself. But now we're going into, like, deeper philosophy
we'll circle back around to this later.
Yeah, we'll circle back around to this when Ahsoka Season 2 comes out, obviously, because more than likely we'll end up wanting to talk about it.
Yep. On the other side, we still have news to cover.
Yeah, so we still got another thing at D23. They dropped a new... So we learned that we have a little bit of payoff to Disney's partnership with Fortnite, with a new game mode, Smuggler's Gambit, which is an adaptation of the Smuggler's Run ride at the Disney parks. It is playable already, and something we'll have to do on the channel. But we got a ad for... We got a little commercial for it. Oh, let me make sure they can hear it this time.
No, they must be deafened for now and all time.
There we go.
What if you could connect
the world of Smuggler's Run in the parks with Smuggler's Gambit in Fortnite.
Hello, my fellow smugglers. Come find me on Ord Ryla, and we will get started.
Connect your account, complete missions, collect exclusive rewards, and level up. Smuggler's Run in Disney Parks. Smuggler's Gambit in Fortnite. Available August 16th.
So they're also definitely trying to promote you going to the park because they're like, oh, there's a thing in the app for the Disney park where you can also get some Fortnite stuff.
Yeah.
For going and connecting your Fortnite account to it as well. So there's benefits there, but you can still just play the Smuggler's Gambit separately and you'll be fine. Which is what we'll end up doing because we do not have Disney money right now.
No, we don't.
We don't have going to the park money. Be nice. I wouldn't mind a vacation, but also we don't got that money. With that, though, I think we are ready for...
Yep. Do.
Getting into the main topic. The first of our two topics. The Mandalorian and Grogu, Danger in the Dark. Spoilers ahead. Oh, it didn't like going more than once. That's fine. That's fine. We got multiple topics. It'll have a chance to do it again later. We find ourselves on Navarro as Din Djarin and Grogu are training when High Magistrate Greef Karga and the Anzellans show up to assign them a job. They need to retrieve live torpedoes that are in the lava rivers directly below the main villages of Navarro. The Anzellans will go with them to help them disarm the torpedoes once they've been retrieved. And with a map of the lava tubes from Karga, the boys make their way down.
First off, I think if you brought this job to anyone else,
they would have said no.
They'd have said no. Because, fuck do you mean you want me to disarm a bomb in an active volcano? That's a tough ask.
Yeah. But hey, they've been in there before.
Yeah.
Our boys got it. So it is actually mostly a quiet journey.
Yeah.
With the exception of a giant worm-like creature that the pair are able to take down together and make run away.
Yep.
They find the ship carrying the torpedoes, but it's across a lava river and about to be on its way into said river.
Because nothing can be easy.
Which would, of course, be very bad. Because then drop in river, go boom.
Yes.
They find the ship. Let's see. Grogu uses the Force to remove the torpedoes and bring them to the Anzellans, while Djarin keeps Minox and Fire Rats away. Just as they get the last of the torpedoes disarmed, a Fire Rat runs off with a rearmed detonator. So Grogu offers.
This really is fucking D&D. This is the goofy session of D&D.
Yeah, this is our little. Hey, the DM wants us to have a break from the big adventures. Mm-hmm. We're just doing a little mini adventure before we go back into the main campaign. Yeah. Before the next big arc. Mm-hmm. Grogu offers them his cookies in exchange for the detonator, and the day is saved.
Yay!
Grogu also tries to give the Fire Rats big hugs because it's Grogu trying to give big hugs to small creatures. Mm-hmm. Bad baby.
Hug.
Djarin and Grogu go back to training at their homestead as they get a call from Colonel Ward, who has a job for them, likely leading to the events of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. At least that's how I read that was supposed to.
You did good, kid. You learned how to focus and relax at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that's the main plot.
Yeah, that was the main thing for Grogu's development.
It's a fun one. You can show it to your kid when they're old enough.
I'd say even at 7-year-old enough to read that. Like, if you can read comics, you're old enough,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It's not exactly a, high-level comic.
Hello, son. I know you're 5, but today I'm taking you. Here you go. Here's a Mortal Kombat comic.
Here's, like, a modern Spider-Man comic.
You're not gonna understand a lot of it, but Spider-Man's in it. That's all you need to know.
You like spider totems and Morlun and...
Dad, I don't know what any of this is.
Oh,
Maybe I should have just given him the one with the wall.
maybe I should have
The,
just...
the worst Spider-Man.
Maybe we should have just read 60s
Yeah,
Spider-Man
probably.
comics first. Oh, well. I started with a lot of the 60s comics. I like them. They're not bad. Anyways, that's that.
Yep.
It's a very
It's just a
simple.
fun one.
Yeah, it's just a simple comic. Literally, that's why I was able to crunch it into just a
Yeah.
paragraph. It's very simplistic.
I'm gonna give it.
It's a 7.
I was gonna give it an 8.
I could see an 8.
Yeah.
I could sit on an 8 as well. It's just a solid comic. It's not the reason I say 7 is because it's not doing anything. It's not adding anything. But maybe that could be reserved a 9. Is a 9 is maybe you're adding something to the table. I think a 7 is just you're passable. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to. An 8 means you're bringing a little bit more to the table. 9 means you're almost perfect. 10 means you're perfect, which is why I rarely give things 10s. I think 10s need to be reserved. Otherwise, it's not a 10. I used to be a very pretentious asshole about that, though. I used to be like, nothing deserves a 10. No, that's pretentious. That's pretentious as fuck.
Yeah. Hey, you're the communications major, not me. I'm just some bum dropout.
All right. Now we have a bonus topic. Visions presents the Ninth Jedi. Spoilers ahead for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got all 3 that time. All right. So, Kara and her companions are pursued by one of Nawam's lieutenants, the last Sith Gino Ikagi. Gramps is able to trick Gino into flying near a black hole, forcing him to use his powers to prevent his battleship from being sucked in. Kara and her companions then head for the planet Makano Ko, where they ask its ruler, former Jedi Dunbai, for assistance. Dunbai refuses to get involved, pointing out he prioritizes protecting his home planet. Gino then arrives, demanding Dunbai hand the Jedi over. When Dunbai refuses, Gino invades the capital with a droid army. Dunbai takes up the lightsaber. Juro offers him to defend his people. While Juro and the other Jedi board Gino's ship to destroy its droid control unit, Gino personally confronts Kara, wielding a lightsaber he claims Jima crafted. Though outmatched, Kara is able to distract Gino long enough for Gramps to destroy the droid control unit, forcing Gino to flee. At Nawam's base, Nawam ridicules Jima for living in hiding as a sabersmith when he is actually one of the most powerful Jedi in the galaxy.
All right. Let's.
You already got some things you want to...
Yeah. Also, bold strategy Dunbai to lie that hard.
Let's see. I don't know about Keanu Reeves playing Darth Maul because it depends on like what they want to do with or Revan. It depends what they want to do with Revan. Because because here's the thing: there is no canonical look to Revan, and even the male, female, like there's no canonical. Like there is a golden path, right? But since we're talking about what is in the new canon, there is no canonical answer to that, so they could flavor Revan however they feel like. I don't know about Abeloth and Ahsoka Season 2. I think too many people would be against that. Because Abeloth is not a well-written character in the Fate of the Jedi books. Not the best written character. But yeah, Your thoughts on that before we go back to main topic?
That or
That about the Revan, Keanu Reeves as Revan and Abeloth, and potentially in season 2. And then I'll answer the next one after.
okay. There is a problem that I think happens with characters like Revan, who are like adapted from RPG protagonists into like a role. It can become very hard to do them well because so many people have gone through and been like, this is how I think they would do this.
Especially a game that's over 2 decades old.
Yeah. And to be honest, probably better just to not touch it.
I think the best way to touch it is what they're doing, which is just a remake of the game.
Mm.
I think that's the best way you can do that, because then you can change things to fit the canon better, because more than likely what they'll do for the Revan and Bastila relationship is make them a dyad and make them the first dyad. So that way we have our first dyad in canon, and that can then feed into like the Ben and Rey stuff, right?
Yeah.
And kind of create context around dyads and stuff like that. But I think, and then like we could probably get a deeper story about the whole Revan being both Jedi and Sith in a modern retelling as well, because I think that kind of, in a story that came out in 2003, like, while good, it definitely skips over a lot of the like the deeper like philosophical stuff behind such a change. And then the Old Republic MMO is like, well, it happened because he got brainwashed by the Emperor. Like, that's the reason Revan and
I
Mal...
have some words
Like-
for the Old Republic and a lot of the character. I would rather eliminate myself.
Are you not a fan of the MMO? You've only played a little bit of it, but like from what you...
From what I've read and like also experienced, I unfortunately got spoiled on some stuff. And I'm like
Like the Return of Revan?
yeah.
And how his soul was split into 2?
Didn't catch that part. That's a new one.
Oh yeah, his soul is split into like the light side and the dark side.
Oh god. Okay. I mean, if there was anyone it would happen to.
But yeah,
A lot of awful things happen in the Old Republic where I'm like, I would rather die than go through that.
yeah. But like the reason that Revan and Malak turned to the dark side after the Mandalorian Wars is because they go off to the unknown regions because they learn the truth that the Sith Emperor, the one hiding, our boy Vitiate, the old man who just won't learn his lesson, he is actually behind the Mandalorian Wars because he's trying to weaken the Republic. And so they learn this. They go off by themselves to deal with him. And then he brainwashes them and sends them back to go find the Starforge and build an army for him. And then they come back and they go, what if we just built the army for ourselves and not for him?
Oh.
Which is why we don't learn about...
Sith got a Sith and Jedi got a Jedi.
Which is why we still don't learn about Vitiate until... until so many hundreds of years after KOTOR 1.
As for the Talon thing...
Oh yeah, as for the... how about the Aboleth thing first? Or do you not have enough context for Aboleth to kind of give your opinion?
I don't think I have quite enough context for Aboleth.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from what we lost in the Great Hard Drive Fall.
Yeah. As for the Talon thing, I think we're on the same page of that's probably the direction they're going. Devon's going to become Darth Talon. I think we talked about that during our review of the show.
Yeah.
So if you want our greater context of that, check out our review for Maul Shadow Lord. But keep watching here first. Finish our current live episode. Now you were going to say though for Noam and...
Oh, yeah. Bold lie there, Mr. Dunbai. He
Yeah.
knows they're there.
He's like, I know the Jedi are here. Just tell me where they are.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Let me know when we get to the part, because last night you mentioned a voice actor thing. Let me know when we get there.
We can cover it now. I recognized Homan's voice,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah, it's Homan. We've seen Homan before.
and I was thinking, I'm like, why do I know who you are. I've heard that voice before. I know it.
You have. He's Homan.
Yep. And I was like, oh, you're one of the 3 main protagonists from Blaze Blue.
Oh.
He plays like a fucking guy on the box art, Ragna.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what else have you been in? You've heard this man's voice before.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to take a wild guess as to who he is?
I can't think off the top of my head, so just lay it on me.
He also, the English voice for Homan is also Dio.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Except, Homan's actually a good guy.
Yeah.
Although he started bad, because the initial short that we see him in, he's the one that's conflicted. He has the purple lightsaber.
And so, kind of like going through that, I was like, man.
Which we'll talk further about the lightsaber colors as we go, because I definitely am interested in how they interpret some of the colors. Mm-hmm. Or one in particular, rather.
We can continue.
Yeah. So Ethan infiltrates Nawam's mercenary army to spy on him and witnesses him kill another Jedi in a duel. He is shocked to see that Nawam wields a blue lightsaber, revealing he is a Jedi as well. Kara and her companions head to the planet of Bibin next, where both Juro and Jima were trained as Jedi. The planet's ruler, Lady Tafla, is reluctant to allow Jedi back on Bibin, but allows them to land to recruit allies. Juro meets with his old friend Quana, who is the voice of Grandpa in American Dragon Jake Long. That's where I know him from. I like him. He's a good voice actor. But is also forced to reveal to Kara that Jima was exiled from Bibin for the murder of their master, Reno Sutara. Juro did not witness the deed himself, but agreed to shelter Jima and a then-infant Kara, believing Jima had a reason for his actions.
He was fucking right.
Yep.
Juro's like,
You wouldn't just do this for no reason. So, yeah, I'll protect you.
Yep, alright.
Kara, Juro, and Quana appeal to the Bibin miners to join their cause. I do like the speech Kara gives.
Yeah. I also like how everyone's just gonna hold them back from the ledge.
Yeah, because Kara's
that
like...
thing isn't worth a fuck... the railing.
Well, because she's standing on the railing.
No, even... Also... good on you, Quana, for being like, I didn't know y'all were bitch made. He literally is like, he gets so mad.
He is also the new voice for, he's also the voice of Roku for Avatar.
Ah, okay.
He's the voice of the worst Avatar. You know I'm right.
Sorry.
There is not a worse Avatar than Roku.
There have been a lot of avatars.
Roku is the reason the Fire Nation does what it does.
I'm saying
and gets away with it.
There's potentially worse.
I mean, we can see what the future ones look like, but as far as the ones we know about, I would argue Roku. Only because if he wasn't, very ironically enough, if he wasn't bitch made, the Fire Nation problem would have been solved.
Yeah, but also murdering your brother-in-law is pretty intense.
Well, your brother-in-law becoming a fascist is also intense. And then also you still get murdered by... Yeah. So
it's rough in the Fire Nation.
So
if you have a ritualized duel for solving your problems, consider things.
Yeah.
But also that concept is sick.
Like,
so.
people always say, like, you know, Korra's the worst because she opened a rift. No, she needed to open that rift. And two, once again, Roku.
So recently I finished watching The Legend of Korra. I don't think that's one of the bad decisions Korra made.
But that's what a lot of people throw at her as, like, a bad...
That is on the lowest end. She...
And also people are like, why'd she trust her uncle? Because her uncle was the only person at that time having faith in her. No, and she didn't have enough experience with him to know that he wasn't a good person. He basically groomed, like, because groom doesn't have to be sexual. He groomed her into trusting him. So, like, and she is still a child. Let's not forget, Korra is a child.
Yeah.
Roku was he's a full-ass grown adult. Which is why Roku...
What were the problems that Roku was dealing with that were so fucking important?
That he couldn't deal with his brother-in-law?
Yeah, I want to know.
This became an Avatar podcast for a split second.
Because, to be honest, every Avatar just fucks things up for the next one.
That is true. And I think in the case... but if we're, like, scaling, like, who has done the worst...
Mm-hmm.
Roku's problems are the reason that the other avatars even have problems after him.
Mm.
Him not dealing with the Fire Nation is why Aang, his whole situation is bad.
Yeah.
It's why everybody's like, oh shit, Aang has to be like the savior. And then Aang's like, that is too much pressure. I'm out.
Yep.
And then...
Also, they told Aang before he's supposed to know.
Yeah. And then, like... Not only...
they debated it.
Well, and the reason they told him so early is because they realized, well, we need to start him as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't, then the Fire Nation
Showed
will...
up 100 years late.
Yeah, then the Fire Nation will find out and will deal with us. Mm-hmm. Which they do eventually do. It takes them a while. It's not... Everybody misunderstands that. They think, oh, the Fire Nation immediately attacked after Aang.
No.
Nope. There was some years between that. And so... It took them a while to realize it was the air
I'm trying
nomads.
to think of who was the...
I think it was Ozai who realized. So.
No. The previous Avatar before Roku.
Oh, was it Kyoshi?
I think that's right.
Which Kyoshi was right. Kill them.
Kyoshi's always been about that.
Kyoshi's like, look, we just sever the problem before it starts.
Maybe like that's why Roku is so hesitant, because like Kyoshi, the one immediately before him, is like, you have to just kill them. Like Roku is like, they just stole some bread. Kyoshi, kill them.
I don't know if she's that intense about, like, she wouldn't... Yeah. Hey, welcome back. I don't know if she would be like, he stole a loaf of bread. I don't know if she would go that far with, like... She's not, she's not going full Javert, I think, but... Although, like, unlike another thing where she wouldn't be Javert, she also would not give up. She would not... Mm-hmm. Which that's putting it lightly for what Javert chooses, but yes. Javert gave up.
Oh, he gave up already.
All right, do we want to... Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Do we want to get back to main topic before we get further off? Was there anything else?
No, we're good. Anyway.
Let's see. Yes, so Kara, Juro, and Kwana appeal to the Biman miners to join their cause, and Juro gives Kwana a lightsaber. Mm-hmm. At Nawam's base, Ethan discovers Nawam is collecting vast amounts of kyber crystals to create a super weapon. Where have we seen that before?
God, it happens every other Tuesday.
Especially in Star Wars. When it malfunctions...
You know what? If you ask me for more than, like, 5 pounds of kyber, I'm just gonna shoot you. I'm gonna take Kyoshi's advice.
You just assume that it's for a super weapon?
Yeah. They're like, actually, we were gonna use this for medical research. I don't care.
You're lying. I don't believe you. When it malfunctions, Nawam brings in Jima, who voluntarily stabilizes the super weapon's kyber crystal core, and Ethan is confused at seeing Nawam treating Jima as his master. Learning Juro has arrived at Bibin, Nawam makes an address to the galaxy demanding they surrender or be destroyed by his kyber crystal cannon.
I will blow you up, said Nawam.
He decides to make an example by firing the cannon at Bibin, but the beam narrowly misses the planet. That doesn't mean anything, though, because though the kyber crystal beam misses Bibin, the planet is still heavily destabilized, triggering a mass evacuation. Nawam tries to fire a second shot, but the cannon overloads again. Ethan reports back to Juro, informing him of the nature of the weapon and its location on Yago. Meanwhile, Tafla heads to the palace to reactivate an old starship, but is left trapped by a sudden collapse. Kara is able to save Tafla, but they both end up getting trapped inside the hangar. Waiting for the rescue, Tafla tells Kara about the history of the Jedi Order on Bibin. Many years ago, Master Reno arrived on the planet to rebuild the Jedi Order, taking on Juro and Jima as his Padawans. While Reno engaged in diplomacy with other systems, Jima roamed the galaxy, eliminating any remaining Sith. Eventually, Reno and Jima came into a disagreement over the former's involvement in politics and resorted to battling each other. That's putting it lightly.
As it turns out, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, we will get there. During the battle, Jima's lightsaber inexplicably turned silver before he slew Reno and fled. Afterwards, Tafla was forced to disband the Jedi Order. Juro and Quana managed to reopen the hangar, and they take Reno's old ship to help in the evacuation effort. While exploring the ship, Kara finds evidence that Reno was secretly arranging the disappearances of trade officials to carry out illegal ore smuggling, meaning he fell to the dark side, which was why Jima attacked him. Tafla takes the Bibins to search for a new home, while Juro leads Quana's fleet to attack Yago. So yeah, turns out Jima had good reason to do what he did.
What's great is when they find the camera footage later.
Already aware of Juro's plan, Nawam leads to a preemptive strike at Bibin, pinning down Quama's fleet before they can leave for Yago. Nawam leads his forces in a boarding action on Quama's flagship, forcing Juro, Homan, and Quana to defend the engine room. However, this allows Nawam himself to attack the bridge directly, with only Kara standing in his way. Kara engages Nawam in a duel, where Nawam admits he was one of Reno's Padawans who witnessed Jima slay Reno. Also, we find out that, oh no, he's hot! Because we get the Nawam face reveal during this. Inspired by Jima manifesting the silver lightsaber and achieving nothingness, he becomes convinced that the true way to achieve peace in the galaxy was through discarding his own emotions and attaining absolute power. Juro arrives to fight Nawam, but Kara succumbs to her rage and continues to fight as well, distracting Juro, which allows Nawam to mortally wound him. Yeah. Also, so I kind of want to bring up the nothingness. It's very interesting that that's what the silver represents in this version of Star Wars, because usually the silver / white is pure, like it's the cleansing of a red lightsaber. So it's interesting that it's supposed to be indifference. Kinda, yeah. Like I guess more of there's a better word. Can't think of it right now. Anyways, not, I guess, apathy.
So this is some. Seth is gonna go in a weird rant. So in Eastern martial arts, there is a concept. I think it is called Mu, which roughly translates to like nothingness. But the main idea is that you kind of like disassociate.
Yeah.
And focus only on doing what is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling, but it's like one of those things where it's like, if you really, really need to do something and not feel anything about it until later, that is what you need to do. I'm not sure if it's healthy from a psychological perspective.
And it's definitely not healthy from a Force perspective.
Yeah. If you're a Force user, maybe don't.
Yeah.
But in terms of skill, it's usually represented as you're capable of incredible things for the time you're able to do that.
Which I guess, funny enough, this is answering the whole what we were discussing earlier about the Mortis stuff.
Yeah.
It's like this is the middle, right? Oh, yeah, did it?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's back. But yeah,
He and
you were
this
saying
fucking court are having a time.
yeah. So, he should be fine now, unless you've been turning.
No, I haven't touched
Okay.
it.
Yeah, you should be good.
I could crank it
You don't
up
need
if
to.
you
You're
want.
good. I think it was just low because you were coming through mine.
Oh, yeah,
because you were-
probably.
yeah.
How about now?
But yeah, no, it's interesting how the question you asked is answered here in that. Yeah, this is bad. This is this is the apathy, the middle, the whatever you want to consider it, right? The balance, right? And it's not good.
All right.
At least in a Force, once again, in a Force perspective. And I can see where maybe that is where they're pulling from because of it being this is a Eastern production. This is not Lucasfilm directly creating this, right? They are indirectly creating it, right? But they're not like behind the writing and everything of it. They just funded it essentially, funded it and distributed it. But yeah, so Kara destroys Nawam's lightsaber, but is helpless to stop Juro dying and becoming one with the Force.
Juro, I'm done. I'm clocking out.
On Yago, Ethan helps Jima escape, and Jima admits he allowed himself to be captured by Nawam to try and reform him as penance for warping his mindset. Stopped by Gino and sensing Juro's death, Jima decides to stay behind and orders Ethan to go help his friends. I really like Gino, by the way. Gino's design is so cool. Such a good Sith.
Just looking at him and your brain instantly goes, ninja. That's what you are.
I especially like after one of the fights when he's healing and he's just hanging there, and it's just like, that's such good imagery.
seeing Jima, I'm like, oh yeah, no man. Once again, there's levels to this shit, and you are not ready.
Yeah, so Jima is forced to wield Ethan's lightsaber to fight Gino, while at the same time, Nawam takes Juro's lightsaber and manifests the silver color. Everybody is forced to evacuate the flagship when the boarding party detonates its fuel tank. Kara is narrowly able to escape in a separate ship, but is knocked unconscious. Sometime after the battle at Bibin, Nawam continues to conquer more star systems, while the now leaderless Jedi Resistance is forced into hiding. Gino, having been defeated and grievously wounded by Jima, is given a full cyborg body. That's the shot. I love that shot at the start of that episode when he's just like hanging in the cyborg body, and I'm like, God, that's good character design. That's good character design and good art.
Oh.
I honestly, that would make a good like desktop wallpaper. So despite Jima having escaped, Nawam assures Gino the Kyber crystal cannon is nearly complete, so his assistance is no longer necessary. Ethan, Homan, and Quana continue to gather allies to stand against Nawam, while Kara secludes herself on a remote forest planet to protect the lightsabers Juro entrusted to her. She attempts to keep up her training, but remains traumatized with Juro's death. However, Nawam's Jedi hunters arrive on the planet, searching for her, and begin indiscriminately bombing the primitive local tribe Kara has been living with. And these are the same Jedi hunters from the second short, I believe, is what we're supposed to...
That makes sense. I didn't rewatch the shorts. I probably should have.
I didn't either, but if I remember correctly, these are the same ones because they're dressed the same. It's the hats and where the Seeing the pointless destruction, Kara regains the resolve to fight. Meanwhile, Nawam decides to invade High Island to make use of the giant pure kyber crystal located there to perfect his cannon. Kara manages to board the attacking battleship and mercilessly massacres the entire crew.
Yep.
When she returns to the surviving tribe members,
I
they react in fear and realize her lightsaber has turned red, signifying her fall to the dark side. I was right. You motherfuckers, including you,
all right.
tried to go, oh no, that's just a force vision. She's not gonna have a red lightsaber for real. I was right.
I knew things were gonna be different for me once she got on that ship, and I saw her just start cutting people up. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing. Hey, I know you have more than enough skill to not do this, and I know you're going through a very emotional time right now. However, have you considered, meanwhile, she's like cut through everybody on the ship, and I'm like, okay, maybe we put down the rage stuff, and she's like, no, I'm done, like, bury the lightsaber to the hilt in the captain, and I'm like, or you could do that. You know what? I get it. Your master died, your dad's gone, and so are your friends.
I will say this definitely shows for the English voice acting, because that's how we watched it. This really shows the acting ability of Kara's voice actor, which we already know her from a different show. We know her from Has Been Hotel as Nifty, and so two very different characters.
Yep.
Nifty, I don't see a lot of I'm not expecting character growth and development maybe down the line, but at least not currently. Kara as a character is getting that, and I think this is showing the capability of that voice actress to deliver that, because she's doing it very well in this, in these episodes. And because when I pointed that out, you were like, oh, now I know that is her. You're like that's just her Nifty, but with a lower range.
Yeah, a lower pitch.
Yeah, lower pitch.
And speaking normally-ish.
Yeah. And so, I think she really... honestly, the casting for this as a whole is really good. I mean, although weirdly enough, she's the only one that... Her and Quana are the only ones that are, strictly voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them have been in, big movies or shows, and I'm like... Oh, the rest of this is a star-studded cast. Jima is Shang-Chi in the Marvel universe. That's Simu Liu. Ethan is Hero from Heroes. He's not in as much nowadays, but I still view him as a bigger actor, physical actor, not voice actor, generally. And then maybe the other exception is Homan.
Yeah.
Homan's
Patrick
not...
Sates.
Yeah, he's not in a lot of big,
He's in a lot of...
He's in a lot of anime,
shows,
but not he's not in, video game... he's not in big movies or TV shows. He's in anime. Not to talk down anime, I'm just saying, in terms of, he's not in a live action show. Yeah. So, it's very funny that the lead is one of the few characters not being voiced by a big actor, and I kind of like it. It works really well in this case. But yeah, the Jedi Hunters take custody of her lightsaber and kidnap one of the local children, using him as a hostage to force the tribe to hunt Kara. Kara attempts to flee from the tribe, but surrenders once she realizes there are hostages.
They're like, well, what if the Jedis?
Yeah, what if the Jedis? Kara is taken away by the Jedi Hunters Et and Beto, who she recognizes are the same people who kidnapped her father. Yeah, so they're from even the first short. I think they were also in the second short. While in captivity, Kara has a conversation with Juro's Force Ghost and tells him she is no longer fit to be a Jedi. Juro assures Kara that she will not fall to the dark side as long as she can control her negative emotions, and advises her to trust in the Force to show her true path. Jima raids one of Nawam's bases and passes along information about the planned attack on High Island to the other Jedi. The Jedi Hunters then arrive at the base to track Jima down. Overhearing that the Jedi Hunters plan to use her as bait to lure Jima to them, Kara uses her force powers to recover her lightsaber and escape, which I did get spoiled on the lightsaber cutting through the little case that it's in. I did get spoiled on that. I saw a TikTok where it was just that bit, and I was like, but I scrolled away before I could see anything else.
My brain immediately went, yeah, you're a Jedi. You could just do that.
They didn't put like a anti-force collar on you or anything.
Even though those don't exist.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, there's no
preventative measures.
Yeah,
but also, how would you prepare for something like that? You know,
probably not leave the case with the lightsaber in the same room as her.
Probably that.
Although, I think by the end of that episode, she would still have been able to escape.
Oh yeah. Jiro being like, okay, hey, Kara, look, I get it. Are you done crashing out?
So, while initially still consumed with rage, she is reminded by Jiro's voice to control her emotions, and her lightsaber turns silver. With her newfound focus, she kills Et, but spares Beto, sensing he has a good heart. Yeah, no, because during that crash out, she's just like blindly swinging, and Et's like, "Ha, you're falling to the dark side, huh?"
You're looking like a Sith out here.
Et's rage baiting her while
he's gonna die, but goddamn,
he's like, "I'm gonna at least rage bait her into it." But yeah, so Beto activates it and is surprised to see it is blue, confirming his potential to be a Jedi.
Beto's over here like, I don't know what to do with this information.
My coworker just died. I wouldn't say friend because like it's implied that like
it's a case of
he was good to work with.
Yeah,
we were coworkers.
He's like,
he wasn't a bad dude, at least not to me and his other hunters.
Mm-hmm. But like that's part of the job.
Yeah.
So I'm not sad that he died. We understood the risks.
Yeah. So the Jedi Resistance arrives at High Island to intercept Nawam and encounter Jima, who is already waiting for them. A massive coalition fleet led by Tafla and Dunbai also arrives along with Kara. We get kind of a Rise of Skywalker moment where all the ships come. I mean, you've seen the Lego version where all the ships arrive to save the day. Who is finally reunited with her father. She then distributes the remaining lightsabers to Jima and Tafla. Nawam's fleet then arrives and begins pulling the giant kyber crystal towards his flagship, Fort Dominion. With a tractor beam. What a good name for a flagship.
Yeah. Also, at some point, and this isn't addressed, Reno's back.
Yeah.
He just shows back up and is like, I'm here to fight you, Zima.
It's like, wait a minute, what?
He's like, Reno's over here going full Sith, giving the monologue and being like, actually being an evil cyborg robot's cool, actually.
Yeah, so Jima instructs the other Jedi to disperse and attack Fort Dominion while he stays behind to personally defend the giant kyber crystal, stating that its destructive potential would be far too much for Nawam to handle. Kwama, Dunbai, and Tafla lead the fleet, while Kara, Ethan, Homan, and Beto stay to help Jima. Gino arrives with a massive battle droid and starts a duel with Jima.
Here, Geno and Reno are two different people. It's Reno that shows up.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what confused me.
I think it was meant to be Geno. I am 90% sure. What is that, the second to last episode?
Yeah, I think so.
We will pull up the footage. Yeah, I watched it on Hulu, so neither of us would...
Okay, that way we didn't accidentally double up.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're checking the feed.
Yeah, we are going to the camera footage.
Oh, no, it is.
Yeah, it's Geno. Yeah, it's meant to be, even the subtitles, Geno, yeah. Why would you,
I don't...
Because remember, Geno came a cyborg. Yeah, I was confused. I was like, when did Reno come back into play?
I know why I got confused.
Do you want to
It's
finish?
the fucking soldier guy. When they're all three standing in that hallway,
Oh. Was it a voice actor thing where they reused a voice actor situation?
maybe.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyway, I was wrong.
Yeah. I was like, I don't remember Reno showing back up. So while initially at a disadvantage, Jima taps into his full power to kill Gino. Likewise, Kara manages to destroy the battle droid with her full power. However, Gino's distraction allows Nawam to seize the giant kyber crystal. Kara and the other Jedi board Fort Dominion and split up, with Jima heading to personally battle Nawam, while Kara leads the other Jedi to sabotage the kyber cannon. Quana leads his fleet to disable Fort Dominion's engines, forcing it to crash land on High Island's surface. However, Nawam orders the cannon to be fired anyway, as Kara and her companions breach the cannon's control room, because Nawam is a dumbass.
Yep. The best part is the droids being like, hey, won't that kill our own guys? And Nawam goes, fuck them.
So Nawam heads to defend the cannon, but is intercepted by Jima. The two clash, but Jima is ultimately defeated, forcing Kara to hold off Nawam while her companions focus on disabling the cannon. As they battle, Kara realizes that the state of nothingness can be just as destructive as the way of the Sith, without empathy and compassion, and her lightsaber returns to its original green color. Nawam suddenly finds himself outmatched, and he begins succumbing to his rage, turning his lightsaber red. With Nawam having lost his focus, Kara easily defeats him, but spares his life with the oldest trick in the Star Wars book. Like, literally, this is a trick that's like in Legends continuity, where it's like, yeah, we usually don't do this because it's dangerous and dumb, but here it works out, which is she did the thing where she used the Force to turn off her lightsaber and turn it back on as she passed. In this case, Nawam's body. Usually it's used to get past the lightsaber, but because usually it's to be like a fake out lightsaber swing. Meanwhile, it's very funny when Nawam realizes what happened. He's like, wait, that's what she did. Fuck! Meanwhile, Ethan, Homan, and Beto uses their lightsabers to physically smash the giant kyber crystal to pieces, disabling the cannon. Now leaderless, Nawam's forces quickly surrender, and it is revealed Nawam actually spared Jima's life as well. Hooray.
Yep.
Dad's not dead. That was a concern for like a good 5 minutes.
Yeah. Jima's just out here like,
I'm taking a nap.
fuck, man, I'm tired.
This was a very long month.
Yep.
I was kidnapped, forced to help create the worst weapon we've seen in a minute.
Yep.
So yeah, afterwards,
Fortunately, never actually used once it's completed.
yeah, like it gets the test.
Fuck, even incomplete, that thing was dangerous as shit.
Yeah, like it basically destroyed a planet without even actually touching it.
Yep.
It grazed it, and then it was still bad enough. So afterwards, Kara and the other Jedi found a new Jedi Order on High Island. Jima crafts a new lightsaber for an imprisoned Nawam and gifts it to him, but the scene cuts to black before its color can be seen.
That's a very funny way to tell if somebody's ready to get out of jail or not.
It's like, so have you reformed?
Yep. If it shows up as silver or red, you gotta stay in the cell longer.
He's like, but you gave me a lightsaber now.
It didn't help you last time, did it?
Breaks out of cell with the lightsaber you just handed him.
You didn't kill me last time. You're not gonna do it this time.
Yeah. I like this show. It was exactly what I wanted from it. It did. It's a 9.
All right, yeah.
We were just talking about this on the ride here to get ready for the podcast, because usually, Seth, you are very strongly on the, all right, a story is told, no more, we're good.
Yeah.
And I think in this case, this is a show where I could almost agree with that sentiment.
Mhm.
Only because all the stuff because the reason I wanted a show is because the original short has so many plot points that are left hanging. Like, it is literally a pilot to a show when you watch it. Like, it almost serves as a pilot for a show. Like, you had no Jedi Order. You had some mysterious, like, evil forces doing whatever, right? Because, like, it's already implied that the...
No. I mean, yeah, that. I was just thinking, where... They did get all those other Sith, right? From that short.
Yeah, I think Geno's the last surviving Sith.
Okay.
And now Geno's dead.
Problem solved.
Yeah. So, like, there was still a Sith around. There was still, like, evil faction, and then and also the kidnapping of Jima. So, like, those are the three major plot points that are, like, left hanging after the end of the first short, right?
Yep.
And so by the end of this show, they resolve all three. The Jedi Order has been reformed, brought back, whatever, right? Now with Kara kind of at the head. And with Force Ghost Juro guiding her still.
Yep.
Because he has a little seat on the council. Imagine having a seat for a Force Ghost. So...
It's funny, actually.
It's very funny.
They don't need one.
It's like, do Force Ghosts get tired?
No, not really.
Do you get hungry?
No, that's kind of part of the deal.
We kind of just exist.
Yeah.
And then like,
you know, true immortality, the thing the Sith will never be able to achieve.
And so then they get Jima back.
Mhm.
Yeah, and alive, because that was like, I was gonna be like, if they killed him, I would have crashed out, because I would have been like, that was literally the whole plot of Kara's journey. Like, that was her entire journey, was bringing back her dad. So if they killed him, that would have been a crash out moment for me. I'm sorry. And then there's no more evil empire or whatever you want to, like, because Nawam was in charge of it.
Yep.
So, and even then with Nawam, he has the potential of reforming, which I think we are meant to believe he does. I think we joke, haha, we don't see the color. What if it was red or silver again? And he starts to act up again. But
it's red, it's bad. Silver is a neutral color.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, even silver, it means he might act up still again, because he was acting up even with silver before. But like,
it's not wrong to want to bring stability to the galaxy. It is wrong to like harshly enforce it.
Yeah. And so like, haha, we can joke about that, but I think realistically, we are meant to believe that he is reformed by the end. Like, I think that is what we are supposed to be led to believe. So like, realistically, it told a full story. We're good. We don't need more, but it's also a case of, I wouldn't be mad if we got a season 2.
Oh.
Like, if Trigger has another story they want to tell with these characters, or no, not Trigger,
Trigger is Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Trigger Cyberpunk, and also a different Star Wars short. They're the one that did the super anime one in the first volume. The one where they're clashing lightsabers in space with no helmets.
Yep.
That one does not need to be a show. That one was fine. I like that one, and it is one of my favorites, but it did not need to be a... Yeah. Let me make sure I get the right studio. But if the studio who is behind the Ninth Jedi... has another, like, if they have another, like, story they want to tell, I'm fine with more. Production IG. So if Production IG has more they want to tell, cool. I'm down for a season 2, because season 1 showed that they know what they're doing. They definitely know Star Wars. They definitely know how to tell a Star Wars story. An entertaining one, a good one. One that can be told very quickly, because those 8 episodes fly by.
Yeah.
That just might be an anime thing, though. Anime tends to fly by really quickly.
Yep.
So, like, I would watch a season 2, but I also wouldn't mind, like, if they, since it's, technically the show is called Vision Presents the Ninth Jedi, I wouldn't be mad if they used the Vision Presents part as an excuse to do other spin-off shows. Like, we joked, and we probably wouldn't mind, actually, if they did, like, a Vision Presents Ronin.
Yeah.
And so we get, like, your pitch was we do a prequel during the Sith Rebellion.
Yeah.
And we see, like, Ronins create the Sith Rebellion, because, once again, spoilers for the book, we learn that he's the reason that the Sith exists, and that's why he's going around killing the Sith, because he's like, well, I created this problem.
Therefore, I should solve it.
Yeah. So, like, a Vision Presents Ronin wouldn't be bad. There's some other ones that are probably on the list. I just can't think of them off the top of my head right now. And so, like, not all of them need an 8-episode miniseries, but, like, some of them I wouldn't mind. Out of curiosity. We're a little past time, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're almost done. The twins, that's the other one. That's the one from Trigger. I don't think the Village Bride one needs one, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is one that they're considering.
Yeah.
Because that one does have potential for a good miniseries. Toby won't get one. I don't think we need Astro Boy the Jedi, the show. It's a good short. It's just not. It's not one I would put immediately on my. Let's make that a show. Same with The Elder. The Elder's good. I like being in that era of Star Wars. It's that post Darth Bane, but pre Phantom Menace era that I like exploring. But that one, there's not much you can tell with that. Also, a Jedi named Dan.
Yep. Better watch out for Dan.
Dan the Jedi. Lop and Ocho don't really need one. Akakiri's too dark. I don't know if they would get away with doing a show for that one. That's the one where he straight up joins the Sith at the end. Sith was good. Not one I'd really make a show out of. Honestly, season 2, a lot of them I don't think I'd make a show out of. Is there one that you think in season 2 maybe? The Pit. Like after they've escaped, how do they deal with the Empire there?
Yeah. I think so.
Is that what you would kind of pitch that being? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of just what is the potential of a show for some of these, because some of these I'm most of these tell full stories within their short that there just isn't anywhere they could really explore that I'm I need more.
The Bounty Hunters is another one.
Oh yeah, the Bounty Hunters would be good from Volume 3. Yeah. That would be a fun almost a Mandalorian type show. Yukio's Treasure is fine. That one doesn't need anything. We don't need more Billy. I like Billy. We don't need more Billy.
Hey, Lost Ones. I forgot that they had
Yeah, that's the sequel to Village Bride. That's why I'm saying I think that one is probably one they're considering, because I think anything they gave a sequel to is one that they probably could see more potential in. So I could see them considering it. I don't know if they'd actually do it, though. It's also why I think Ronin also makes sense. Maybe they adapt the book, or maybe they do a retelling of, and they tell the story of the book, but it's different because the writers of the shorts weren't involved with writing the book, so therefore it would be different, and so you just view it as a different continuity.
I would love them to animate the scene of the lady just getting fucking bonked over the head with the goddamn with the goddamn teacher.
Yeah. I don't think the smuggler really needs one. Bird of Paradise doesn't really need one. Black definitely doesn't need one because Black was just confusing as fuck. But also, I understood what it was doing. It was just very like heavy metal, and it's just like, this is a little too high. I don't think this would make sense as a show because people won't get it. So I guess really it's Village Bride and Ronin that are like next on the ideas if they were to probably do more. But anyways, 9, 8.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
9. Okay. So
I wish I wasn't so damn tired while I was watching it.
yeah, but it was such a good show. I'd probably rewatch it again at some point because it's just good. I'd probably show it to other people who didn't watch it. Although I would definitely show them the shorts first. And then watch
to give them context.
Yes. But yeah, I also like that it's post episode 9 and like it is established as being post episode 9. It's just in a different continuity still because it's Visions. It's not canon, right? But it is like stated that the events of the movies happened. It's like what 100 years after. Yeah. So like I like that. I like going a little bit further in the future because then you can get away with stuff like lightsaber that shows your like
your alignment.
Your alignment,
for lack of a
yeah.
better term.
It's a soul ring, but or whatever. It's like it's a mood ring, but for lightsabers, it's a mood lightsaber.
You just wake up one morning, go out to like practice some forms, and it just shows up right, and you're like, okay, did not prepare for this today.
It's like, why is it purple today? You start to go through the manual. You're like, okay, it's purple because I'm feeling. Oh, it's because I'm okay. You're like, okay, now I need to calm down and not feel that. Oh, now it's silver. That's too much. I've calmed down too much. But yeah, thank you all for watching today's episode of Escape Reality Star Wars Talk. If you really like our content, you can check out our Patreon, which is Escape Reality Films. Shout out to Jennifer Brantley. Woo! You can also support us by becoming a member of our YouTube channel. Shout out to Pixie Nixie and her shared channel with Zach, the Goof Goblins.
Yeah.
Both the Patreon and YouTube memberships give you access to our content before they're released publicly on YouTube, as well as other extra goodies, including pages from my new comic book Super Worlds with amazing art by M. Arts. Yeah, thank you, Pixie. Where I've been adapting, we finished adapting the short story Shadows of the Night from my Super Universe short story collection. Now we are, I forget the name of the second short, but we're adapting the next short in that book. We're starting to anyways. The first page will be out this upcoming Wednesday. So the next page of issue 1 still, because it's still issue 1, but like the first page of that particular story. I'm all heading where Seth is at the moment. I'm almost done here. If you'd like to be a part of our community, though, you can also check out our Discord, which is linked wherever you're watching, or thanks to Pixie already. Yep, there it is. Seth.
Yes. Every other Sunday from 5 to 7 Central Standard Time, you can catch some friends of ours over at the Trials of Naboo on YouTube. Where, man, oh man, I was not prepared to have to fight and defend the refugees I was escorting in what is supposed to be a non-combat zone of the war.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm having to do that now.
So war crimes are being committed is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pixie.
Don't worry, I'll fix it. At least for this small area.
But yeah, thank you, Pixie, for putting their channel there. Let's see, is there anything else? Not that I could think of. Thursday, we'll be continuing Highlander, the animated series, because it's my week. So, that means you don't care, which means we can do it at noon-ish. Noon to noon 30 Central Time. Once again, thank you all for watching. Join us next week for Galaxy's Edge, Echoes of the Empire, and maybe something else. We'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But for sure, Echoes of the Empire.
You're welcome.
All right. Y'all have a good one. I've spoken.
Y'all be safe out there.
Bye.